Well, good afternoon, Fast Pitch fans. Welcome back to Glencoe here at the ISC 2026 World Tournament. The 80th edition of this event. We are here at the second site in Glencoe. Adam Donnelly here bringing you all the action in our first game. It's going to be the CanWest Thunder, the home team, taking on the Walton Brewers. Both teams listing Glencoe as their home park, so this should be a good one. Hopefully a good crowd in attendance, watching some local boys play. And I am excited for this one as we get our action on day 2 underway. Had the pleasure of attending the... Okay, thanks, Blue. 17 is 18, 18 is 17. On the Brewers, we're just getting a little bit of instruction from the home plate umpire there as we are ready to get underway.
Top of the first inning for the Walton Brewers. Third baseman number 8, Walton.
Getting underway a little bit early here today, which is okay. We have the opening ceremonies taking place at Bear Creek later this afternoon. We'll have a couple of games and then a bit of a break, and then we'll come back. Leading things off here for the Brewers, we have Colton Quip. He is the third baseman for Walton as we get things underway. Starting pitcher, Zach Winkworth. That ball taken. Strike one on a rise ball. That's a good, healthy hack there by number 8, Colton Quip. Even in the count, 1-1 so far. Beautiful day here down at the ballpark, mid-20s. That one hit high, drifting back. It's going. It is out of here. There we go. A leadoff home run for Colton Quip as he gets things going for the Brewers. What a start for this squad as he gets congratulated coming across home plate by his team. So that's always a good feeling to get things going with a little bit of a leadoff solo jack.
Shortstop, number 17, Sam Diamond.
That one's fouled off on a play. Sam Diamond, the batter now for the Brewers. Diamond, the shortstop for the team, wearing the gray pants, navy blue and gold uniforms, classic Brewers look. Well, we're all pretty aware, as Fast Pitch fans, of some of those big teams like Hill United, the Gremlins. That ball squirts away from the catcher. I think one of the great things about the ISC tournament is the opportunity for local squads to come together, put their hat in the ring, take an opportunity to qualify and then come play at this event. I know that was a big thing. 38 teams back in 2024 when the tournament was in Vancouver. That one's going to be fouled off. Ball's dead. But again, one of the challenges as a broadcaster is, you know, I'm coming from British Columbia, so I don't have a lot of intel as that one's fouled up and out of play. We got both diamonds going here at Glencoe today as we have, I know it's the Broken Bow Gremlins on the other side. Apologies as I did attend that Hall of Fame breakfast this morning where we had some inductees from some of the greats of the ISCs joining that Hall of Fame, including Jeff Ellsworth, Ian Fairman, Lucas Mata on the players' side. That one goes to the backstop. Just a really cool event to be in the room with such great players, builders of this game, people who've been involved over the years. I'll have a little bit more throughout the broadcast on that. Diamond battling up there with Zach Winkworth. the pitcher here for CanWest. Another one foul, tipped just off the glove there. Good battle brewing here. Just like to extend my personal thanks to the ISC for having me out here at this tournament. Super exciting as a lifelong ball player and fan of the game. Is another foul ball gone straight back here into the screen. It's this really is the pinnacle of the sport. I've been lucky enough to broadcast some WBSC/ISF events going back to 2012, but this game here is that one's grounded to second. Easy ground ball there. Handled nicely by the second baseman, Ethan Sutcliffe, on over to Sam McKay for the first out of the inning.
Left fielder number 18, Adam Luzinski.
Adam Luzinski now the batter here in the 3 spot. Holds up there for ball 1. That rise ball taken high. Another ball there. So Luzinski, the number 3 hitter, finds himself ahead in the count. 2 balls, no strikes here. Ball 3 again, high and outside. So Winkworth just fighting to find that strike zone here early on. Ball 4, good patient at bat there. And that's going to bring up number 24. Good on that? It's going to be Cohen Christener. Looks like he is the pitcher for the Brewers today. If you watched yesterday, you would have heard a lot of wind on the broadcast. None of that today. A little bit of a breeze blowing through the broadcast booth, but otherwise, real great conditions here. So Adam Luzinski finds himself on second base after a bit of a stolen base. Got away from the catcher a little bit. It's an opportunity here for the Brewers to add some more as that rise ball misses high.
Batter is pitcher number 24, Cohen Christener.
Cohen Christener, pitcher here for the Brewers. Looks like they have their catcher in the flex spot, so a little unorthodox here, but both lineups a little unorthodox. Often here at the ISCs, you're going to see that flex used for the pitcher. There's no flex, so we're going to see a pitcher hitting here in the 9 spot. Winkworth, who's on the mound now, is going to be swinging as that one foul tipped just back to the backstop. That ball taken high and outside on the rise balls. Count full now, 3 balls, 2 strikes to Christener. That one fouled back out of play. And again, another foul ball. So those balls that are in and around the zone, the Brewers seem to be catching up to him, managing to foul him off. Lots of pitches thrown so far here by Winkworth in the first inning. Just working to find that zone. So that one hit hard out into right field, chasing the right fielder back. That one's going to drop over his head. Here comes Lasinski in to score, and that's going to be a stand-up triple. So nice job by Cole Christener helping his own cause, adding another run there. For the second run of the first inning, we'll take another look at that one as that one fouled back. Start of the day here is always a little bit frantic. There's a lot to do, especially for our technical director here. He's working his tail off, getting cameras set up, making sure all the graphics are set. So we appreciate your patience as everything gets, as we settle into our groove for the day, I should say. It's going to bring up Wade Yamarit. He hooks that one just foul as he's out at front of that change up. Yamarit, the designated player today here for the Brewers. Swing and a miss under that rise ball for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up Adam Cronin, center fielder here, batting in the 6th spot.
Center fielder, number 13, Adam Cronin.
Cronin stepping in from the left side. That one called a strike. One on one the count here to Cronin in his first at-bat of the day here. Swing and a miss. It's going to run the count to 1-2. 2 gone here. Top of the first inning, the Walton Brewers have scored a pair. They'd love to push this other one across. As Christener stands 60 feet away, but that's not going to happen as Cronin goes down swinging for the third out of the inning. That'll do it for the Brewers, but not before they score a pair on a solo home run to lead things off by Colton Quip. You see that strikeout. Good rise ball with a little bit of tail to it. And then, of course, Adam Lasinski comes in to score after the walk, and the Cole Christener triple. Christener stranded at third. We are underway. We're off and running here at the 2026 ISC World Tournament, the 80th edition. You're watching live here on Softball Premier TV. Don't go anywhere. So as we get the top of the second underway here with CanWest Thunder coming to the plate in the home half of the inning, we are going to take a look at their lineup. There it is, Skylar Tate-Riome leading things off. The center fielder, Ethan Sutcliffe, the second baseman hitting 2, Cody Spence in the 3 spot. Logan O'Leary, who's been playing his ball in Kelowna, seen him a couple times this year. Samuel McKay in the 5 spot, first baseman Toby Opekiko in right field. Ovid Scott, the shortstop. Tyler McKay in the 8th spot, batting. The third baseman batting in the 8th spot, and then Zachary Winkworth, the pitcher, rounding things out. quite often you're going to see that pitcher be one of your better hitters on the team. We're going to go around the diamond. It's Adam Lazinski out in left field, Adam Cronin in center field, Jared Vosper out in right, and then around the infield, Colton Quipp at third, Sam Diamond at shortstop, Ryan Marks at second, Fred Fallings at first, Cohen Krishner is pitching, and then the mystery catcher Scott McDonald will be behind the dish here. So CanWest comes to the plate here with a couple of runs down. They find themselves trailing in this one. Skylar Tate-Riome, center fielder, again wearing 99. Seen a lot of 99s here. I like to think it's an homage to the great one, Wayne Gretzky, who grew up just down the road in Brantford, Ontario. That ball in just off the plate. As we see Cohen Krishner go to work. Young right-handed pitcher. That one going to be grounded to short, coming in to make the play. Nice job. As Sam Diamond comes in, fires it on over to Fred Fallings for the first out here in the bottom half of the inning.
Second baseman, number
Quick
40,
replay of that, a little
Ethan
chopper.
Sutcliffe.
Nicely picked and fired over to first. That's going to bring up Ethan Sutcliffe for the CanWest Thunder, the second baseman. That one fouled straight back. Give a little shout out to Rob Celesta watching back in BC. Thanks for the message, Rob. That rise ball, a check swing. Umpire caught it, says he went. And again, I love hearing from folks watching at home. I've just opened up my Instagram messages. If you're on Instagram, my handle's a.donnelly.83. That one taken outside for a ball. If you have any fun facts, you're watching your home team, the team you're cheering for, you got a family member on the team, feel free to send me a message. Love to hear from you. And try and get a little bit of insight into these teams as time is called. By the batter, he steps out. One away here, bottom of the first inning. Walton Brewers leading the CanWest Thunder. That one taken outside. This is a big tournament for a lot of these, local players. Opportunity to see some of the best competition in the world. As there's a ball taken outside. It's going to run the count full. That one chopped to second base. Nice backhand taken about chest high by the second baseman, Ryan Marks. So tidy inning thus far for the Brewers as there are two out. That's going to bring Cody Spence.
Cody Spence.
Spence doing the catching duties here for the Thunder. Has to lean out of the way of that rise ball that goes back to the screen here. Just outside. 2 balls, no strikes, the count here to Spence. That one in the dirt. So Spence showing good patience here. Not trying to do too much. Ball 4. That one just misses outside. Good drop ball there from Christner. Well, we have our first base runner here for the Thunder. Spence earns the walk. That is going to bring up Logan O'Leary.
Left fielder, number 1, Logan O'Leary.
O'Leary playing left field here for the Thunder. The New Zealander playing his summer ball in Kelowna. I know he was part of that team at May Days. Got to watch the tail end of that one as I called some games from that event that Nick Need shut down the potent Hill United Chiefs offense. It was really fun to see the young man from Terrace, BC, who pitches for STK, go up there and really showcase his abilities in a 0-0 draw. Is that one taken for a strike? 2-1 the count. O'Leary playing the outfield for that squad, that Kelowna team. The Titans. O'Leary knew he had a good one to hit there. Just a little bit ahead of that one, maybe, as that one fouled off the catcher. Catcher here, Scott McDonald, just walking that off. There, we'll see the foul tip right off the dome. Literally rattled his cage there. He looks to be good to go here as we look to get underway. Count now 2-1 here. 2-2 to O'Leary after that foul ball. O'Leary takes that rise ball just inside. That'll run the count full here. So with 2 out, I'd expect to see our base runner Spence getting a good jump there. Sorry, that's actually Ethan Sutcliffe in there. We have the 2-out catcher rule in effect. Sutcliffe's in there getting his gear on. That one going to be flared. Trouble, and that one just gets by the second baseman. And O'Leary's off to the races. A little bit of a stumble. He's going to slide in safely. And just like that, CanWest has a little something going as there's now runners on second and third for the home team in this one. So a couple ducks on the pond here is going to bring up Sam McKay. McKay, the first baseman. Wearing Eric Lindros' old number, 88. Apologies for any hockey fans out there. That's going to be a pretty big frame of reference for me. I'll try to limit those references, though. Nice tailing rise ball in there at the top of the zone for a strike. Christner seems to be settling in here. Maybe some nerves. Pitching in a big game here. See O'Leary there at second base as that drop ball just misses the zone away. That one going to be flared out too short, going back. Nice play made there by the shortstop, Sam Diamond, for the third out. And so the CanWest Thunder threaten but are unable to push one across. And that'll do it for the home half of the first inning. So after one complete here from Glencoe at the ISC 2026 World Tournament, the Walton Brewers lead the CanWest Thunder 2-0. We're going to take a quick break here, but we'll be back for the top of the second just after this. So here we are, top of the second.
Brewers, fielder number 11, Jared Vosper.
So Jared Vosper, the
Can I have a representative from
first
CanWest Thunder
hitter
to the scores table, please?
coming over for his first at bat. Vosper, number 11, playing right field in this one. Swing and a miss on the rise ball for strike 3, so Vosper goes down swinging for the first out of the inning. Bring up number 16, Ryan Marks, second baseman for the Brewers. Takes a rise ball up and away. That drop ball in for a strike right at the belt. Rise ball up and out of the zone for ball 2. 2-1 the count here for Marks. Good patience there from Marks as he runs that count 3-1. Waves at it on the way by. Half-hearted swing there from Marks. Full count now for the Brewers' second baseman in his first at-bat of the day. Swing and a miss, notch another strikeout here. Fourth of the afternoon for Winkworth as we have 2 away here in the top of the second inning. That'll bring up Fred Fallings, the first baseman, wearing number 4.
First baseman number 4, Fred Falling.
Strike called as Fallings checks his swing. Fouled away on that rise ball as that one gets up and over the screen, straight back. Waves at that one, so nice work by Winkworth as he strikes out the side here in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on as the Brewers go 3 up, 3 down in that inning. The lead still to the visitors, though, as Walton leading CanWest 2-0 here after 1.5. Watching the ISC World Tournament here on Softball Premier TV. We'll be right back. So getting ready to lead off here in the home half of the second inning. We have Toby Opokoku, right fielder. That's Colin Christner. Finishes his warm-up pitches here. Looks like a couple of pretty evenly matched teams so far in this one. Nobody's really jumped out to a big lead.
Leading off the bottom of the second for CanWest.
Got to give a little shout out to Isaiah Mahill, young pitcher yesterday, who threw against the New York Gremlins, had a long first inning. But what a learning experience for that young man. I believe only 18 years old, really grinding in that one. Rise ball in there for a ball. Gremlins arguably one of the best offensive teams in this. Well, I don't know if you can argue that. They are one of the best offensive teams in this tournament. Put up a lot of runs, but for a young pitcher getting to face those guys and you know, see what these top hitters in the world are able to do at the plate, it is, well, it's daunting for sure, but also a great learning experience. Back to the matter at hand, though. We have Opokoku in a 1-1 count here as we take a quick look at Christner. Checks the swing, did not hold up. So strike two to Opokoku. Swing and a miss on that one as Opokoku, manages to get a good head start by a nice throw by the catcher. You got to give Scott McDonald a little shout out as he put that one over Opokoku's shoulder. And first baseman hanging in there for the Brewers. Real nice job by Fred Fallings to receive that one as that one came right over the runner's shoulder. A lot of cases in that one, the first baseman is allowed to establish himself on the orange bag, which makes the runner alter their path. As that drop ball in for a strike and a foul ball. Rise ball fouled back out of play. As we have two fields going on, lots of heads ups being called out there as fans are going to be facing the other way on Glencoe Diamond 2 there. Good to have your head on a swivel at the park. So that one just misses on the outside corner. Good drop ball out of the zone. Another rise ball fouled up out of play on the left-hand side. Good battle here between batter and pitcher, as Ovid Scott, the shortstop, from the left side, managing to foul some balls off here from Christner. Another outside dipper might have been a little taken off there as Scott goes down swinging.
Third baseman, number 8, Tyler McKay.
That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Tyler McKay. That went in for a strike. Swing and a miss on the outside rise ball. So McKay quickly finds himself in an 0-2 hole here in his first at bat of the afternoon. Outside rise ball, not where McDonald wanted that, as you saw him flash that glove way up and outside. Looking to climb that ladder. Christner couldn't elevate to the point where McDonald wanted it. High drop ball there. When you see the high drop ball like that, it just suggests to me the pitcher might be trying to throw a little too hard, overthrow it a little bit. For me, I find that drop ball is always more effective when you take a little bit off of it, right? When you're not trying to gas it up. The harder you try and throw, it's going to affect your release point. Just let that ball do the work. That spinner just gets high enough that McKay fouls it off out of play. Count 1-2 here to the third baseman here for CanWest. Little change up. Can induce the swing though. Got a quick appeal down, but no, nothing doing. Full count, 3-2 here. Payoff pitch, rise ball, gets him swinging. And so, just like in the top half of the inning, Christner matching his counterpart as he strikes out the side. 3 strikeouts, no base runners for CanWest. We have settled in to this one. But the Brewers still leading after a 2-run first inning. 2-0 the score here from Glencoe, the second site at the ISC Softball World Tournament 2026, the 80th edition of this event. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for the top of the third shortly. Stay tuned. So back to the top of the order for the Walton Brewers. Colton Quip leading things off. He of the solo home run to lead things off in the game here back in the first inning. Quip, the third baseman for the Brewers. Zach Winkworth settling in for his third inning of work as that rise ball beats Quip. Winkworth ahead in the count here, 0-1. Another good rise for strike 2, so Quip in the hole here, 0-2. With a 400 average in this event so far. Is that one hit hard, foul. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. A little revenge there for Winkworth as he gets Quip to swing under 3 rise balls. for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up Sam Diamond, shortstop number 17. Rise ball up and away for ball one. Diamond, who grounded out in his first at bat, showing good patience here. Heading the count, 3 balls, no strikes. Adam Sinski waiting on deck. Another rise ball in there for ball 4. So hands back there by our catcher Cody Spence for the Thunders. He gets up and snares that rise ball, making sure the runner at first, Diamond, isn't going anywhere. Swing and a miss on that rise ball though, so 1-2 now the count to Lisinski. That one well up and out of the zone here, evening the count 2-2. In there for strike 3. Sinski goes down looking for the second strikeout of the inning. And that'll bring up Cohen Christner, the pitcher.
Pitcher number 24, Cohen Kristen.
Stranded on third after that triple back in the first. He's looking to add some more here to his own cause. Unable to check that swing. Christner batting .500 on the tournament. Runner goes. The throw from Spence is going to be well wide, and off to the races is Diamond. He's going to go home. Here comes the throw into the infield, but it's not going to be on target. So off to the races was Diamond. Throwing error there from Spence allows him to score for the third run here for the Walton Brewers as they add to that lead. Clean slate here for Christner now. He just missed that one. Good healthy cut. Shakes his head a little bit. He knew he had a good pitch to hit there. Trying to get the best of him in this at bat. Rise ball up and away. Good take there from Christner. He runs that count to 2-2. That one going to be hit high and deep to center field, going back to the track. Gone! A home run. So Christner decides, yeah, I want to help myself out a little bit, extend that lead. He takes that one deep and gone to center field. Solo home run. Brewers now up by 4. Quick replay of that one. Is that inside pitch? Nice job of Christner keeping his hands inside that rise. And you could tell Winkworth knew right away. Made a mistake. That one going to be chopped. Little soft liner. To second base, handled easily for the third out. But more damage done here as the Brewers add a pair, extend that lead to 4-0. CanWest coming up here in the bottom of the third inning.
2 runs on 1 hit, 1 error, no runs. For CanWest under pitcher number 57, Zach Winkworth.
So Zach Winkworth is going to make his first appearance at the plate here. Bottom of the third inning, an opportunity for him to match what Mr. Christner has done on the other side. Nice little outing for Christner so far as he pours that drop ball in for a strike. Christner so far has done the hard work. RBI triple and a solo home run in this one. As well as throwing a gem here as that rise ball in for strike 2. And Winkworth at the plate wondering what he's got to do here to get a hit as he swings through that rise ball. Finds himself in a hole 0-2. Fouled away. Chopper right back to his counterpart, thrown over to first for the out. Nice play by Christner. We'll score that 1-3 for the first out of the inning. Back to the top of the order for Skylar Tate-Riom.
Center fielder number 99, Skylar Tate-Riom.
Riom back in the first inning led things off in the bottom of the inning. The 6-3 ground out. Nice play by Sam Diamond over there at shortstop. That one's fouled back into the screen for strike 1. Good hands there as Tate-Riom checks his swing. Swing and a miss there. As 2-1 now the count to the leadoff hitter here for CanWest. Just pulling up the schedule here for day 2 of the ISC World Tournament. Is that inside rise ball skied to Diamond. He tracks back and makes the catch for the second out. So on G2, just behind us, we have the Broken Bow Blazers taking on the Highgate Rock in the other 12:30 game here from Glencoe, as that's going to bring up Ethan Sutcliffe here. Second baseman, as he tries to check his swing. We're going to have an appeal. No swing, says the third base umpire. Just getting underway on the Bear Creek Diamonds. We have the Delisle Diamond Dogs taking on the Toronto Batmen. Swing and a miss there from Sutcliffe. And then on the second diamond at Bear Creek, we have the Pusselink Kodiaks taking on the Prince George River Kings. Got to see that facility up close and in person last night, and my goodness, what a cathedral to this game that is. It was lit up, beautiful lights, beautiful fields. The grandstands, I guess, a little bit elevated above the field. There's a great view. I heard they had wonderful crowds there yesterday as well. Can't wait to get over and catch some games from that one as that changeup comes in low for ball 3. 3-1 now the count. Sutcliffe in his first at bat. Ground out to second base. Good hitters count here. That one is hit high and deep and way into foul territory. That loads up the count here full, 3-2. Coming up at 2:30 p.m. here, we have the PA Storm from Pennsylvania taking on the Sebringville Sting, as that's a walk here for Ethan Sutcliffe. Good at bat there for the young second baseman as he finds himself on first base with 2 gone here in the bottom of the third inning.
Catcher, 27, Cody Spence.
Sharp break from first. Low rise comes in for a strike to Cody Spence, the catcher, now hitting. Outside rise ball, chopper to third, fired across the diamond. Nice play there by Colton Quip over to Fred Fallings. That's going to end the threat here as Spence rounds out. We are through 3 complete here from Glencoe. The first game of the day from this park. So far, the Walton Brewers leading the CanWest Thunder by a score of 4-0. You are watching coverage of the ISC World Tournament, the 2026 edition of this event, here on Softball Premier TV. We'll be right back. So it's a pitching change here for the CanWest Thunder as we enter the top of the fourth inning. Nate Thiessen coming in for the Thunder. That'll close the book on Zach Winkworth, who goes 3 innings, surrenders 4 runs.
The Walton Brewers, center field number 13, Adam Cronin.
Thiessen coming in to face Adam Cronin, the center fielder, with Jared Vosper and Ryan Marks listed next to hit. Cronin, his first at bat, was a strikeout victim. See if Thiessen can shut down this offense that's been rolling pretty well here for the Brewers. Illegal pitch called by the umpire at third base as he's just going to come across and have a little chat with Thiessen about what went wrong there. We'll see that from the first couple pitches. And I think the ones that we saw yesterday were kind of related to that pitcher bringing their foot forward, not making contact to the rubber with the rubber on the replant. We'll keep an eye on that here. Good drop ball from Thiessen there. So you see the pitchers, they'll bring that foot up. As long as it replants down on the rubber, everything's fine. But if that foot comes in front of that plane of the pitching rubber, doesn't make contact on the replant, that's when umpires tend to have an issue with that here at the ISC level. High drop ball, that one popped up back. Going to be out of play. Tough one, as can't really see, but it sounds like it might have hit a spectator. Thankfully, you folks watching at home are safe. You shouldn't get hit by a foul ball unless you live near the park in Glencoe. So make sure you're listening. You're out in your front yard there. 2-2 the count here. Thiessen, good low rise. Just moves enough so that ball was fouled straight back into the screen by Cronin. The change of pace locks up Cronin. He goes down for the second time in this one for the first out of the inning. Nice change up there by Thiessen. Again, just took enough off of it that I'll say it buckled him, but you know, you're expecting a certain pace, you get another one. I had a coach when I played U19 in BC, Rocky Greenwood, one of the greats from our area. Always like to use that quote that hitting is timing, pitching is about disrupting timing. So even if you just take a couple miles an hour and just disrupt that timing of the hitter, that one in for strike 2 is Thiessen way ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes. To the count. Swing and a miss on the rise ball. Thiessen, second strikeout in as many batters. He seems to be rolling as he enters this game in relief.
Second baseman number 16, Ryan Marks.
That's going to bring up the second baseman for the Brewers, Ryan Marks. Rise ball taken for ball 1. Swing and a miss on that rise. Drop ball just a bit up, maybe a little bit outside from Thiessen. Good spinner there from Thiessen. It looks like that one, he kind of cut a little bit. Wasn't a straight rise. That one drifted away from the right-handed hitter. He's ahead in the count here, 1-2, working fast. That rise ball just up and out of the zone. Swing and a miss, so hat trick of strikeouts for Thiessen as he comes in relief. The CanWest Thunder avoid any base runners there. Thank you. Logan O'Leary to lead off for the CanWest Thunder here in the top of the fourth inning, bottom of the fourth inning, my apologies.
Logan O'Leary.
As the Kiwi digs in from the right side. Facing Cohen Christner, who has done a real nice job so far, both offensively and defensively for this Walton Brewers team. O'Leary the only hit in this one for Thunder, as he had a bloop double back in the first inning, but was stranded there. That was really CanWest's best chance to score, as they had runners at second and third at that point. O'Leary again, similar spot. That one is going to fall in for a base hit, so tidy little game for O'Leary as he finds himself on first with his second knock of the game.
First baseman number 88, Sam McKay.
That's going to bring up Sam McKay, the first baseman. He popped out to short to end the first inning. His second trip here. Big spot here in the middle of the order for the Thunder is O'Leary on first. McKay fouls that one back and out of play. Take a quick opportunity just to say happy birthday to one of the good guys of the game back home in Kamloops. That's John Pagnotta. Johnny Pags probably has the deepest love for softball that I've seen, and we heard a ton about that this morning at the ISC Hall of Fame banquet, how, you know, those heart and soul guys are the ones that really drive the game forward. Pagsy's one of those guys, so if you're watching, happy birthday, Pags. Hope you have a good one. Nice tailing, call that a curveball there from Christner, as that one drifts back over the outside corner to McKay, who finds himself in an 0-2 hole here. Same spot for the drop ball. Batter is out as that drop, sorry, that third strike was dropped, but first base being occupied. McKay goes down swinging for the first out of the inning.
Right fielder, number 63, Toby Pikachu.
So Toby Pikachu coming up. His second trip. That's Logan O'Leary over at first base for CanWest. He has his second hit as that drop ball just misses. Like what I'm seeing here from Christner. He seems to have settled in. That drop ball, he's keeping it down. Spinner just off the outside corner, so Pikachu finds himself up in a 2-0 count. Again, O'Leary, the third base runner for the Thunder here. And you really have to take advantage of these opportunities when you get a guy on in a tournament format like this. Swing and a miss. Good rise ball there from Christner. And there it is, a nice little looper over short, and O'Leary's off to the races. Throw comes into second base. One bobbled, and here comes O'Leary home. No throw. And so, as mentioned, Pikachu coming up clutch as he's on with an RBI single. O'Leary coming all the way from first base to score. And the CanWest Thunder are on the board. It's a 4-1 ball game now. Looked like a rise ball that just caught a little bit too much of the zone there. So the Thunder answer here with a run. And now it's time to see if Christner can dig a little bit deeper here to get out of a bit of a jam. As with one out, we have a runner on first base in the form of a Pikachu. That one laced foul. Foul ball coming in, so time called is, oh no, as my papers go flying. A little bit of a delay as we get reset here. High dipper on the outside corner, called ball. Swing and a miss at that outside drop ball, so Ovid Scott goes down for his second strikeout of the afternoon. And now two gone here in the bottom of the fourth inning. That'll bring up Tyler McKay. Strikeout victim back in the second inning. Here's his second plate appearance. This time with a runner on board. Good rise ball there from Christner as he really got underneath that one. That one spun well. Things I really enjoy about our vantage point here. We're directly behind home plate, our broadcast location. And you really get to see that nice tight spin of the ball. That one, again, McDonald, poor catcher, gets the foul tip and is in a little bit of discomfort. You really get to see a lot of different body types in a lot of different positions. That's one of the great things I love about fast pitch softball. I would classify McDonald as a skinny catcher. Which again, you know, there are some of them. Usually you want a little bit more natural padding, so to speak, if you're going to get back there and take some abuse. But, you know, you find that spot that you want to play, and you get the opportunity to play it at this level, then you're going to take it. Donald's done a nice job back there calling the game here so far for Christner. As McKay behind here. 0-2 in this one. Change of pace gets him the throw down to first. Falling steps on that bag. And so a trio of strikeouts in that inning for Christner. But one run does come across. Logan O'Leary scores on the single from Toby Pikachu. After 4 complete innings, the Brewers are leading the CanWest Thunder 4-1 as we head to the top of the 5th. We'll be right back. So Fred Fallings coming up here to face Nate Deason in Deason's second inning of work. The young man from the Lower Mainland in British Columbia did a nice job in his first inning, notched a trio of strikeouts. Fallings going to step in and try and do a little bit of damage here as he swings through the rise ball for strike one. That one just getting away from the catcher there. Thiessen looks nice and relaxed. Pitching mound, nice smooth motion from the young man. Not trying to work too hard. So I think that's the key. You know, you don't try and overthrow the ball. You let the spin do the work, because that one chopped up the middle. Nice piece of hitting from Fallings. And that one, I don't think a bad pitch from Thiessen maybe would have caught a little bit too much of the middle of the plate, which is why it gets that result. But when you throw that good drop ball, that's going to be the result. Sometimes guy's going to hit it right down into the dirt. You're going to get that high hop, and it's just going to evade defenders. So not much they could do there. So with Fallings on first, that's going to bring us to the top of the order for Colton Quip.
Walton Brewers. Now running at first base for Fred Fallings, number 14, Connor Driscoll.
So we got a pinch runner here. Connor Driscoll coming in, number
Third baseman,
14.
number 8, Colton Quip.
And if you see him down there at first, he looks like a fast guy. If you've been around the game, you can kind of tell when guys look fast. And I don't know, he just has that aura about him. So we'll see if they start the runner here. Driscoll with the top of the order up. Colton Quip, the batter. He is 1 for 2 with a solo home run to lead off the game and a strikeout in his second appearance as he tries to bunt that one. Just misses as he gets to the top of the ball and bunts it foul straight back. That one, rise ball, bunted foul. So trying to sacrifice the runner over. Quip unable to get the bunt down. Still 2 strikes. swing and a miss there as Quip goes down for the second time swinging. For the first out of the inning, that's going to bring up Sam Diamond, shortstop.
Number 17, Sam Diamond.
Diamond 0 for 1 in this one, but he does have a run scored as he walked back in the third and then scored on a throwing error from the catcher. Thiessen pours that one in for a strike. That ball taken high. Looked like initially I thought it was a rise ball out of Thiessen's hand, but it broke late, so a high dipper. Good tailing rise there from Thiessen as he's up in the count 1-2. One away, one runner on here for the Walton Brewers as they lead this one 4-1. Head of the CanWest Thunder in this matchup. That rise ball up out of the zone from Thiessen, getting him to the count 2-2. Swing and a miss. Diamond goes down swinging, so Thiessen continues to throw gas. That's going to bring up Adam Lisinski.
Number 18, Adam Lewinsky.
Lisinski, the left fielder, swings through the first one. Faced Thiessen a couple times when he was younger. Even then, you could tell he had electric stuff. Threw hard for a young man, continues to do so. And I know he's worked on his development by playing as much ball as possible. Runner goes. We'll chalk that one up to defensive indifference. As no throw there from the catcher. And just a quick meeting at the mound here between Spence and Thiessen. Batter's going to call time and step out there. Thiessen taking his time out of the mound. Making sure his fingers are adequately sticky. As you see that Gorilla Gold rag, as they call it, in the back pocket. It's just a little piece of material covered in kind of a beeswax substance. Swing and a miss. Down goes Lisinski. So no harm after the single from Fallings, as Thiessen recovers and strikes out the side. And again, just a nice tight spinner there from Thiessen. So after 4.5, we are into the bottom of the fifth here. The Walton Brewers continue to lead this one 4-1 over the CanWest Thunder. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the resumption of this game here at the 2026 ISC World Tournament.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth.
So we go to the
CanWest
bottom of the
Thunder.
fifth and leading off.
Pitcher number 22, Nathan Thiessen.
We got Nathan Thiessen coming in for his first at bat. And Thiessen spends time in New Zealand in the off season. I know he spent a couple of winters down there, North American winters, I guess, as he takes that one. You got to respect the grind, respect the dedication of guys who go and do that. And I'm sure grateful for that opportunity. That's such a cool experience, cultural exchange between those guys. And just able to make some lifelong friends. As that one looked pretty good, but called for a ball. McDonald couldn't hold on to it. So we're in the bottom of the fifth inning here. A 3-run lead for the Brewers. The Thunder trying to chip away at that, running out of real estate here. There's a big cut by Thiessen. Nice. Kind of, it's a spinner, but again, that one's cut from Christner's. That one kind of drifts away from Thiessen as he swings through it. Couple of strikes here to the pitcher. As that same pitch can't entice him to swing. That's going to run the count to 3-2. About 76 pitches so far for Christner as he continues to battle in this one as Thiessen swings over top of the drop ball as he goes down as a strikeout victim in his first at bat. That's going to bring us back to the top of the order. That'll be Skylar Tate-Riom.
Skylar Tate-Riom.
Tate-Riom 0 for 2 in this one. That one bunted foul as he's trying to make something happen with a little small ball. Swing and a miss over top of that one, and Tate-Riom finds himself in an 0-2 hole here quickly with one away in the fifth. Just slashing at that one, a bit of a desperation stay alive swing there as he gets just a piece to do just that. Oh. An appeal down to first base. First base umpire says he didn't go. That was after the ball had already been thrown down to throw it around for the Brewers. So a couple of chuckles, maybe a little bit of chatter from the boys there. But Tate-Riom remains alive here in this at bat. And that one hit just down the line, but foul. Out of the reach of Colton Quip. So a good at bat here by the leadoff hitter. Got the replay here, and you be the judge at home. I don't want to call anybody's decision into question here. Looked pretty close. That one just going to be dropped into center field for a single. So pays it off. Skylar Tate-Reum with a real nice at-bat there with one away for the CanWest Thunder. He's got himself his first knock of the afternoon. And again, the Thunder just trying to chip away in this one.
Second baseman, number 40, Ethan Sutcliffe.
So Ethan Sutcliffe now the batter, second baseman. With that one bunted foul up into the screen behind home plate. Again, here is where execution is crucial. Thunder are looking to chip away. They got their leadoff runner on, their leadoff hitter on with one away. Again, Sutcliffe shows bunt there, pulls the bat back and swings through that rise ball, finds himself in an 0-2 hole here. Christner surpassed the 80 pitch mark here. He throws that one in the outside half, but doesn't get the call. Good pitch there. I like the location. I like what he did through the rise ball. Just didn't get the call. And now you've got options as a pitcher. You know, it's a 1-2 count. You can use that drop ball, the change. That one hit to short, throw over to second. Bobble, doesn't get the runner on the tag. Oh, and a little lapse there from Tate-Reum as he arrives safely on the bobble, but then is tagged out as he just overran the base. I think probably thinking he was going to be out, didn't dive back in time. So we're going to call that 6-4. And Sutcliffe reaches on the fielder's choice.
Catcher number 27.
Quick replay as you see the tag go on just before he's able to get back. Umpire right on top of it. So now 2 out here with 1 on, and that's going to bring up Cody Spence, the catcher. Swings over top of that drop ball. Well located on the outer half there from Christner. And it looks like Spence was just ahead of that one as he just caught the top of the ball. Knocked it straight back into the screen here. Foul ball stays alive here, 0-2. Logan O'Leary waiting on deck. O'Leary 2 for 2 in this one. Has scored the only run for the Thunder. Is that change up? Pulls the string on Spence. Nice pitch there from Christner for the 3rd out of the inning. So they strand 1 to the CanWest Thunder in the bottom of the 5th inning. We are off to the top of the 6th with the Walton Brewers leading CanWest in this one 4-1. Be sure to stick around for the conclusion of this one as we prepare for the next one at 2:30. The PA Storm from Pennsylvania, Stevens, Pennsylvania, taking on the Sebringville Sting. We'll be right back.
pitch it.
All right, so Cohen Christner leading things off here. Christner's having himself an afternoon as we flip the score sheet over. Christner so far, 2 for 2. He's got an RBI triple. Just there, you know, you're having yourself a game. That's back in the first inning. Third inning, what does he do? Solo home run. So let's see what he's going to be able to do in this one as he stands in for his third at bat, facing Nate Thiessen for the first time. And Thiessen throws that one up out of the zone for ball 1. Big swing and a miss there from Christner as he was looking to add to the lead. Front half just pulled off that one a little bit from my vantage point. As Thiessen using that rise ball, kind of drifts away from a righty. That drop ball missing for ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Christner. Two balls, one strike to count here. Nate Thiessen looking to contain this bat of Cody Christner. That one fouled. Looked like Thiessen may have taken a little bit off of that one as that one gets up and out of play. Count even 2-2 here in the top of the 6th. Walton looking to add to their lead. The Brewers up 4-1 here. It's been a good battle. A couple of opportunities have gone by the wayside here for the Thunder. It's going to run the count full to 3-2. Back in the first, Thunder had a couple of guys on in scoring position, second and third. Couldn't bring him in. Logan O'Leary, the only runner who has scored here, as that one taken high. Good at bat. That was a close pitch. Christner going to earn himself a base on balls. So the on-base percentage remains perfect. Won't affect the batting average. That'll bring up Wade Amaranth.
Designated player number 27, Wayne Lamarant.
Okay, so that is an L. Apologies for mispronouncing Wade's name there. It looks like an I, an uppercase I on the lineup card, but that is a lowercase L, so I'll just make that change. Wade Lamarant, the designated player, so far in this one, has a strikeout back in the first and a soft liner to second base. Lamarant squares the bunt, pulls the bat back. Strike called. Rise ball taken up and away by Lamarant. Again, that one misses. Catcher unable to squeeze it, so Christner's going to end up down at second base on the wild pitch. Thiessen's looked good so far, surrendering just the one hit. Gave up a walk. And then 6 strikeouts to his credit here in 2 innings of work. Adam Cronin, the center fielder, waiting on deck for the Brewers. Lammers swings and a miss, so that is Thiessen's 7th strikeout victim in this one.
Center fielder number 13, Adam Cronin.
So Cronin comes up, a pair of strikeouts beside his name in this one. First one swinging, second one looking. Back in the first and then the fourth. Thiessen sneaks that one in the back door for strike 1. Good snap there, as that's the hard rise from Thiessen. Up out of the zone, 1-1 the count. That ball chopped up the middle, and that's going to be a run. Here comes Christner. So Cronin does his job with a single up the middle. Notch an RBI for the young man. Christner comes around to score. Just like that, it is now 5-1. That 4-run lead now restored. And again, good hard drop ball from Thiessen.
Just number 11, Jared Vosper.
Hit down into the dirt as that rise ball gets away. So on the wild pitch, Cronin's going to advance to second. And that's Jared Vosper now your batter. Vosper in this one 0 for 2 with a couple of Ks. One out here in the top of the 6th, and that one gets away from the catcher Spence. So on the second wild pitch of the at-bat, Cronin's going to end up at third. So just 60 feet away with one away here. Time's called. The coach here for the Thunder going to come out and just have a chat with his defenders, the infield, to see what's going on. I would expect the infield to try and cut off that run. Ground ball to the right side with the infield at regular depth would score the run. And of course, as an infielder, if you are in front of the baseline, there's always that chance the high chopper is going to get over your head, or a little bloop single could fall in, just increasing that infield in. Swing and a miss, a half-hearted swing as Vesper realized that rise ball was up and out of the zone, but couldn't check it. Good rise ball there from Thiessen. That one comes in hard at the belt. And it is a 1-2 hole here for Vosper. That one could do the trick, lifted into foul territory, just out of the reach of the third baseman, Tyler McKay. He tried to track that back, couldn't get to it. Time called by the batter. Swing and a miss. That riding rise ball just slides away from Vosper as he goes down. Swinging for the third time.
Second baseman, number 16, Ryan Marks.
So now with 2 out, that's going to bring up Ryan Marks, also with a pair of strikeouts to his credit here in the 8th spot. He's quickly behind in the count, 0-1. Combined 101 pitches here for Thiessen. Time called as there's a ball in, so that one's not going to count. Winkworth and Thiessen combined now for 101 pitches. Sorry, 102 now. As we have ejected the offending ball from the park. We'll get back underway here. That one up to the screen. Here comes the runner. The throw just low. Thiessen couldn't handle it. Nice hustle back there from Spence to get to that one. But Cronin manages to beat the throw from the catcher. For the 6th run, as we're going to see that here. That one just up high. Great angle of the ball. Here he comes, sliding in. Tough play for Thiessen as that ball about ankle height coming in at him at the same time as the runner. Swinging strike there. And another one, so down goes Marks, my apologies, for the 3rd out of the inning. 3 more strikeouts for Thiessen, but not before a couple of runs come to score. Christner making that walk hurt. And Cronin with an RBI single. That's going to extend the lead to the biggest we've seen it, as it is now 6-1 for the Brewers as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Time running out here for the CanWest Thunder. They need some runs with only 6 out remaining. You're watching the ISC World Tournament on Softball Premier TV. Stick around for the conclusion of this one. We'll be right back. Logan O'Leary leading things off as he has 2 times in this game. Back in the 4th. He had his 2nd knock for the CanWest Thunder, a single. Eventually ended up scoring the only run here for CanWest, as O'Leary's kind of gone to the same spot a couple of times. Not what you'd call a contact, but the scoring speaks for itself. 2 hits in this one, 2 for 2 with a run scored. O'Leary having himself a decent day. And, you know, they often say, a lot of times they don't ask how, they ask how many. And in this case, for Logan O'Leary, it's 2. Looking for his 3rd knock of the game here in the cleanup spot for the CanWest Thunder. That Thunder team trailing by 5 here, 6-1 the score. Good hard drop ball in from Cohen Christner, who remains in this game. Christner approaching that 100-pitch mark. I would expect him to hit that here in the 6th inning. That one a strike, just unfortunately missed there by McDonald. Good cut from O'Leary's. That one, again, catches poor McDonald. 3rd time for this game, he finds himself making 3 points of contact with the ground as he's slow to get up. Brewers taking their time. Probably doesn't help when your pitcher smiles at you there like Christner just did. Not a lot of sympathy from the boys, but they appreciate his efforts out there, I'm sure. McDonald done a good job calling this game. It's Cohen Christner now working here in the bottom of the sixth. That one down. And O'Leary's on base for the third time. Not a hit, but a base on balls. And so a base runner here when they are needed most for the Thunder. O'Leary at first base. That's going to bring up Sam McKay. So far 0 for 2 in this one. Pop out to the shortstop in the first. Struck out back in the fourth inning. So third trip to the plate here. And Sam McKay looking to get things going here for the Thunder. Again, there's that good drop ball from Christner, and I find the drop ball gets better as you get a little more fatigued. You've been working hard, maybe your forearm's not feeling 100%. If you can maintain that spin rate, maybe lose a couple kilometers, a couple miles an hour off that. As there's a base hit from McKay as he's going to put that one out in the left. The throw coming across, it's on target. O'Leary's going to come score. We had a little bit of contact there. No indication from the umpire. I would assume there's going to be a conversation there as Quip ends up on his keister. So McKay at second base. We're going to call that a single. O'Leary coming in to score the second run of the game here. And now we're going to look at that conversation. Umpires are probably going to get together. Looks like the contact was mutual there. And then O'Leary just kind of that momentum taking them away. Quip ends up on the ground. So Brewers coach going to come out and take this time to have a conversation with his infield. Runner at second base here in the form of McKay. Just see that replay one more time. Again, the issue looks to be settled here on the field. A couple guys getting tangled up. Happens when 3 points converge on the same area. The ball, O'Leary, the third baseman, Quip. And we're going to see a new pitcher, so that's going to close the book well. I guess McKay's still on part of Christner's book. Coming in for the Brewers, though. Got a lean right-hander. That is number 5, Kyle Fry, coming in. So Kyle Fry coming into the game in relief of Cohen Christner. Sam McKay still Christner's responsibility out there at second base. Nobody out here. 6-2 the score, 4 runs the lead here. That brings up Toby Pikachu. That's a good hard rise ball from Fry. First time getting a look at Fry here as he's a bit of an old school push and drag guy, not a big hop like you're going to see from a lot of other pitchers. But good arm whip, uses those legs well. Does a good job of getting under that rise ball. Looks like a nice tight spin from the pitcher there. There's another one. Two and two the count here. Nobody gone. One on here for the CanWest Thunder, who've already scored once this half inning. That one low. McDonald arguing that that ball hit him right in the chest protector, but I would suggest that, you know, if it's a strike, you got to catch it. So we see that replay there. I mean, my initial thought, too, is that was a strike. But again, when it bounces off the catcher and into foul territory, that's going to be a hard sell for the umpire. Time called by the batter as he steps out. So McKay on to third as that pass ball gets by McDonald. So another run sitting 60 feet away. That one fouled up and out of play. You hear the chorus of heads ups. Three to the count. And that one's going to be a base hit into right center. Ooh, big turn and a slip there. But Pikachu comes through with the RBI single. So CanWest starting to string some hits together on the new pitcher, Sam Fry, and they have a couple of runs here in the sixth inning to make this a 6-3 ball game. So the plot thickens here at Glencoe 2026 ISC World Tournament. Of course, the main park, Bear Creek Sports and Entertainment, that beautiful facility that I got to see firsthand last night. And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here as number 9, Roger Hocko.
Shortstop, number 19, Ovid Scott. Number 9, Roger Hocko.
Roger Hocko coming in for Ovid Scott. Scott 0 for 2 in this one, so Hocko getting a chance to keep this rally going. Still nobody out here for the Thunder. Looks like number 9 is Hocko. Coming in for number 14, Scott. Fry just staying loose on the side. And we're going to have a pinch runner as well. It's going to be Sheldon Patrick coming in to run
CanWest Thunder now running at first base
for Pikachu.
Sheldon Patrick.
That one fouled back from the pinch hitter. Hocko coming in for his first look at new pitcher Nick Fry. Nobody out yet. That one's going to be grounded softly. And a double play is that one grounded directly to second baseman Ethan Sutcliffe. No, sorry, that was Ryan Marks taking care of that one. So 4-3 double play is the tag and throw. Goes 1-2. That's going to bring up another pinch hitter. Looks like Logan Tanner coming in to swing for Tyler McKay.
Tyler McKay. Number 29, Logan Tanner.
That one backhanded, bobbled, picked the throw over, just gets him in time. Great recovery by the shortstop there, Sam Diamond, as he makes a heck of a play, knocking the backhand down and then firing a BB over to first. We're going to see that one again. Can't quite come up with it, but barehands it. Makes the good, strong throw. Good stretch from the first baseman as well. So, a little bit of pain there for the Brewers as they surrender a couple of runs. However, they avoid the bulk of the damage as we head towards the top of the 7th inning with the score 6-3 here from Glencoe. You're watching the ISC World Tournament here on Softball Premier TV. We'll be right back. So a bevy of changes potentially reversed there from the last half inning for the CanWest Thunder. Nate Thiessen goes back to work. He's got 9 strikeouts. A little selfish if you ask me, because that is all 9 runners. Sorry, all 9 outs for CanWest in his time pitching. But the Brewers have scored a couple runs off Thiessen, which kind of brings us to where we're at here. 6-3 the score. Brewers leading in the top of the 7th inning. That one hit to second, and that's going to bounce. Tough play. Falling's going to run that one out. Difficult hop there as that one just kind of rolled up the arm of Ethan Sutcliffe at second base. Probably score that one in E6, and Fallings finds himself on in his second at bat in a row. And that one hit hard, and that is a home. Getting conflicting, I couldn't quite see the ball there. Getting conflicting signals from the umpire. Okay, so I'm guessing that that's a leadoff on the base runner. So Fallings gets called for leadoff. We're going to have a replay here. So here's the pitch. And, yeah, that looks like the correct call. So sharp eyes by the umpire. So Fallings gets called for leadoff, which negates Quip's second home run of the game as Quip hammered that ball, but it was all for naught. One out here with the leadoff hitter, Quip, up for the fourth time in this one. He is 1 for 3 with a home run and a pair of strikeouts. And we're just going to pretend like that second ball he hit over the fence didn't happen, as that one off the fist again. Tough play. Quip not going to be able to beat it out there as Sutcliffe struggling a little bit, but manages to get the out. So from the penthouse to the outhouse there for Quip, as that home run does get negated by leadoff again. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that one. That's going to bring up Sam Diamond, who fouls that one up and out of play. Diamond so far in this one, 0 for 2, but has scored a run back in the second when he walked, and then two-base error, I guess. Well, I guess it would be 3. Second, third, and home on a throwing error by the catcher, Cody Spence. Score remains 6-3 in this one, 0-1 count to Diamond. We're in the top of the 7th inning here, so just 3 outs remaining for the CanWest Thunder. Time called by the batter, as Diamond's going to step out and rub some dirt on his hands and his pants. They're not dirty enough yet. Got to make sure they're worth throwing in the laundry here. That one taken high and outside for ball 1. Thiessen misses that one up and outside. That one fouled away, up and out of play behind home plate. One and 2 the count here. Shortstop Diamond, that's a flare, but that's going to land in foul territory just beyond the infield. Count remains 1 and 2. Rise ball up and away. 2-2 the count. Good drop ball inside. Not much that Diamond could do with that, as that's fouled off down the third base side. Count still 1 here, 2 to the shortstop for the Brewers, Nate Thiessen, in his 3rd inning in relief. Puts that one down, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. Sam Diamond, good at bat there, managing to foul off those pitches he couldn't handle till he got one he could. And a 2-out base knock for the shortstop for the Brewers is going to bring up Adam Lisinski. 0 for 2 in this one with a pair of strikeouts and a walk as he waves at that one as it goes by for strike 1. Lisinski did score the second run of the game on the Cohen-Christner triple back in the 1st inning. Good pitch down and in. Not much Lisinski's going to be able to do with that one, as Thiessen up ahead 0-2 here in the count. Thiessen looking to get his boys back in the house here. Rise ball up and out of the zone, bobbled, but held on to there by Spence. Runs the count to 1-2. That one taken just up and out of the zone there. Evens the count 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Down goes Lisinski. Nice job by Thiessen to get the strikeout there to get his guys in the house and limit the damage. A little bit of a different inning there, as we did see a home run, but it got negated by the leadoff call on Fred Fallings, who was on base. So, again, heartbreak there for the Brewers, but they do maintain their 3-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Last chance for romance here for the CanWest Thunder, as we are going to see the 9-1-2 spots come up for this team as they trail by 3. We're watching the ISC World Tournament here on Softball Premier TV. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Nate Thiessen has pitched well in relief here of our friend Zach Winkworth. Thiessen 10 strikeouts in his 4-ish innings of work, 4 innings of work. And now he has an opportunity to do something offensively as he steps to the plate here in the bottom of the 7th inning. His team trailing by 3. Kyle Fry in relief of Cohen Christner. And he gets the strikeout of Thiessen looking. So Thiessen 0 for 2 at the plate. Goes down looking for the first out. And now we have Skylar Tate-Reum coming in for his 4th at bat of the afternoon. So far, 1 for 3.
Center fielder number 8. Center fielder number 99, Skylar Tate-Reum.
And that one takes a tough hop right over Quip's glove. I would score that one a hit. So with 1 away, Skylar Tate-Reum gets on base. That run doesn't really mean anything, at least not to the Brewers. So we take another look. Again, just a hard hit ball hopping right over Quip's glove. It's going to bring up Ethan Sutcliffe. Reached base twice. 0 for 2 in this one as he reached on a fielder's choice, but does have a walk. And so he represents the 5th run here. As he lays that one down, bunts it down into his feet in foul territory, so that ball's going to be dead. And again, Sutcliffe with 1 away. Great to see him get on base here. The CanWest Thunder hope to make that comeback or chip away at the lead. Need these guys at the top of the order to produce. which Tate Riome has. That one misses for a ball. Logan O'Leary had a nice day at the plate. He scored a couple of runs here, 2 of the 3 runs. And O'Leary waiting in the hole. Swing and a miss. Nothing Sutcliffe can do, so he goes down swinging for the second out. Just like that, CanWest Thunder are down to their last out. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here is Caleb Coco. I know had some travel difficulties. Another guy playing in the Kelowna League, New Zealander. Coco coming in for a pinch hit. Big spot for him. Back to those flight difficulties with the fires in the Okanagan. It was too smoky for him to fly out of Kelowna, so had to find an alternative way to get here. He's here now and batting in a big spot. Coco also a pitcher.
Now batting for the catcher.
Big frame as he offers at that one. No swing, says the umpire. Down at first base. Coco checks his swing. Quick replay of that one. And again, you be the judge at home. Big swing and a miss there. That one he definitely went. That one taken outside. Tate Riome off to the races there on the wild pitch. He's going to end up at second base. So a runner in scoring position here. The 4th potential 4th run at second base. Coco representing the 5th. That rise ball taken for a ball. 3-1 now the count here. Caleb Coco in place of Cody Spence. Spence 0 for 3 and 0 for 2 in this one with a walk. And Coco swings through that one. He's going to step out, gather himself, dig back in here. 3-2 the count. Rise ball gets Coco swinging. That is going to do it. That's the ball game. As the Brewers hang on to win 6-3 over the CanWest Thunder. Take one last look as the rise ball hits Coco. The swing underneath it. Heck of a ball game, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Again, the Brewers taking that one 6-3 over the CanWest Thunder. Coming up next, we've got the PA Storm from Stevens, Pennsylvania against the Sebringville, Ontario Sting in game number 32 at G1. For the production team, I'm Adam Donnelly. So thanks so much for tuning in. We will be back shortly with our next game of the afternoon. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the ISC World Tournament here on Softball Premier TV.